Welcome back to the channel, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. This is episode 2 of weird symbols in a random woodland. And just to add more, there is fresh branches. This is fresh. It's been, and I've also noticed a random plant pot. I've just literally came off episode 1 and came on and did episode 2. Another odd one. This woodland, honestly, it's the same with Ravenswood during the day as well. Like, you come across some weird, weird things. Like, nature doesn't do this. This is like it's been just to show. I can lift it off, but I don't want to. I try not to touch these symbols because there is something weird about it. It gives out when you see it, and then you see other symbols as well in the background, and then it's just like, ah, right, cool. Like something is just to show. And then there's another one. Really, I do apologise. I've just really got to be. I've got to really be careful. Traps around here. Anyway. Ah, there we go. It's directly up there. I did say in episode 1 as well, like, the other areas where I've shown symbols doesn't compare to the symbols and the way things are placed in this woodland. There might actually be 3 episodes in this woodland because everywhere I look, I'm just like, oh, and it's broad daylight. I've had a really good sleep. I've been up early. I was doing my normal routine in the morning, and I thought, it's a beautiful day. I'll come and do the symbols, and I'll come and do the symbols up here in this woodland. There is a woodland on directly opposite. That'll just be a single episode. And Ravenswood, which is through there. That's the tree line just through there. That's Ravenswood. No, it's not actually. That's the Ravenswood's on higher up. That's a woodland that you can't get into. That's private. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to have a look at this from a different angle. Weird plant pot. Strange place to have up. It's a there's and the weird things just they get. I'm pretty sure. No, the plant pots weren't here the last time. There's a few things that weren't here, like there's freshly snapped branches, half a tree, half a tree placed in a tree that's twisted around the tree. Nature doesn't do that. And it gets more, and it gets even more interesting because there's half a branch as well. I do apologise for looking down now. Just need to be. Half trees. This is like a wee clearing. Apparently there's sheep around. There's sheep in a field somewhere. go slowly. You can see like random branches and stuff. The ones that get me are the ones that are like high up. And there's one just up there. You can't make the, like, I'm not making this up. That's fresh. Animals. That's actual proper fresh. That's mad. The other ones are fresh, but this is even fresher. I'm showing another side. You can see the hoof. You see where it's tucked in the hoof there? And then its back legs. It's leaned around here. It's pretty cool actually. That's really cool. I actually do know how to hunt and track. I just don't. We have very strict laws in the UK for that sort of thing. We have very strict laws on that. But it's natural. We're all hunter and gatherers, and just to show, I just showed like. Just showed I can tell how the animal was sleeping, and now this is on a on a video that it's weird symbols in the wood, but I'm also teaching how to. I'm also teaching at the same time. I could tell which way that the animal was resting. And here we are again. What's significant about this one? Well, it's fresh. And again, there's no stump to indicate where this tree's came from, but it's fresh. That's been snapped off of something and then placed here. I'll come to a different angle and show. Just to show it is actually fresh. Bing, and it goes right up. It's been placed, and that's fresh as well, just to show. It's not been that windy, but there's no stump from. There's no indication of where that one actually came from. You can tell where that's came from because it's got the stump. That's what I'm on about by the stump. Another animal's been on that up there, behind there. Interesting. Random. Step in that. I've got a feeling I'm going to step in a trap. Hope not. Alright. Okay then. Alrighty. Another random plant pot. There we go again. Oh, you can't make this up. Oh, whoa. Careful. Gotta be mindful of badgers. around and there's no indication of where this came from. But it's wrapped itself in a tree. Properly in a tree, like it's proper. Snapped it and everything. You can see where it parts off. Just it'll come into focus and I'll even show. Again, this is an old one, but it caught my attention last year because there's no stump. There's nothing to indicate where it came from. And then I started noticing other symbols in other woodlands and stuff, and I thought, let's see if I do a separate thing altogether with these symbols in the woodland and stuff. But it all connects up to what? It all connects up to, because there was something in episode 1. I have no idea what that was. It was probably deer. Now that I've seen the fresh, but at the time I was like, because I've been in here once before and there wasn't anything apart from badgers and a bird of prey. Could be deer, could not be. I wasn't getting the sense that it was an animal because I had that feeling that I was being watched at the same time. And I'm not overthinking it or overlooking into it. I have previous videos. The symbols in the wood is just like a separate thing, but it connects up. I'm not looking for, as I said in episode 1, I'm not looking for cryptids or anything. I'm not going out hunting cryptids or anything. It's the UK, we don't have anything like that. The only cryptid that we have is the rake and skinwalker. They're the only 2 cryptids that we have in the UK. And if you're watching this and you're from the UK, that's a spoiler. They actually do exist in the UK, skinwalkers and rakes. Seen a lot of footage that a lot of people haven't seen. Like water companies going down and seeing humanoid figures and stuff like that in sewers and stuff. Plus you've got the World War II reports of that's a witching hour. That's a follow-up on the urban legend of the rake. Because I can actually state, you can look it up. After the Second World War, there was a lot of they remodeled a lot of the tunnelling system for the underground. Why? That's in tonight's witching hour. It's going to be a campfire experience at Ravenswood talking about a rake. The urban legend of the rake. Some more proper information on, like, I touched on it in a previous urban legend. I don't think I've actually touched on the rake. No, I haven't. So if you're watching this one, come join me on the witching hour for the urban legend of the rake. Just to show. These ones are the longer ones. I'm going to head up to the pinnacle because I want to make these 3 episodes. I want to try and cover as much of going a pathway that looks like it's like, oh, I can go through there. I made that mistake last year and paid the price for it. Paid the price for what? Stepping in a trap. Carried my own branch. Can I go this way? I might have to go back this way. I'm not really wanting to. I think this could be an old burial of some sort. I know there's one up here. Ground's very hollow up here. And this is an old one. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, I didn't see that. I was too busy looking down the screen. Even during the day. Oh, that fucking hurt. Sorry for swearing. Oh, fucking hell, man. There's fucking traps and fucking random bits of fucking metal. Random bits of metal. Anyway, this is what I wanted to show. It's an older one, but it's still, it ties it. That hurt, sorry. Fuck. Animal track. And this is where I'll end up on this bit up here. Probably some wee forest animal by now watching me going. It's this guy again. Burial. Ancient burial mound. That's what this is. I'm standing on an ancient burial mound. With all the weird symbols in the background. All the weird symbols in the background. But just to show, ancient burial mound. Episode 3 is going to be in that bit there. I'm going to end episode 2 back here with the symbols. The symbols again. Pretty cool. And then just to show, I am here on my own as well. Got the weird this one's a slightly older part of the woodland. And you got a random funny moment as well. As I like to call it, you got an oh ya fucker moment. Completely unintentional. That's what I get for no paying attention. Anyway. Some of the weird symbols. That's the symbols where I've just came from. It looks even weirder when you look at it from over here. Come join me on episode 3. These are a bit longer because the symbols in here, are like, there's half trees placed in certain places and the way they're placed, and yeah. These ones are a bit longer. These ones are a bit longer. It caught my attention last year. And then I started noticing them in other woodlands and stuff, and I thought, right, I'm going to come back here at some point. I'm going to do videos on weird symbols in the woodlands that I go to. Come join me on episode 3. Till then, stay safe, stay blessed, God bless, peace.